Hello and welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast. I am your host, Zachary Smith. Joining me as always is Trevor Scott and Kerry Dempsey. How we doing tonight, boys? Big week for football. A lot of good games.
It was really saddening. Only one of the teams I wanted to win won. So I don't know how I didn't pick them, but it was not a very happy week for me.
Because the Bucks didn't win by 50 like you once projected.
Did I say that last week?
Yes, you did.
I think you did.
The curse is a lie.
They should have lost by 50, honestly. If the Rams would have kept throwing the ball, they would have lost by like 45, 50.
The curse is alive. I'm dead. How are you, Kerry? How did the Patriots do this week, eh?
Hey, they did just as good as the Bucks did.
No.
You know?
Have a game.
Neither looked great, but hey, my pick'em fell apart. But great football. I'll take it. Got some drinks, got some food. Wasn't a terrible experience. I'll take, even though I have to see Jackson Mahomes and stupid ass Brittany Matthews celebrate after the game. But I'll keep going. I have faith in Joey B to give them some tears in a few days.
Gosh,
I would love to see that.
I would love to see that as well. I would love to see that so much. All right. Well, yeah, it was a sad week, but to cheer our spirits up a little bit, we're going to talk about what we're drinking tonight. How's that sound, boys?
It sounds great.
All right. I normally start with Trevor, but I'm going to go with Kerry first. What are you drinking tonight, Kerry?
You know what, boys? I am mixing it up this week.
Whoa.
We got different out here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am going with a great quality beer. I don't know if you've heard of it. It is called a Boudet Light. It is fairly mediocre, fairly solid.
He's drinking a Bud Light. Gosh, Kerry.
Oh, it's like bidet?
It's a Bidet Light. It's pretty fancy. Can't go wrong. You know what you're going to get.
Okay.
That's pretty much the point.
So, Kerry, if you wanted to just drink piss, you could have peed in the toilet and then lapped it out of the bowl. Like, you don't have to, buy it.
That's rice water, man.
Hey, you want that high quality flavor.
Garbaggio.
That high quality. Exactly.
There's a guy that DM'd us about our show on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh, can't wait to check you guys out. I love football and I love craft beer." And I was like, "Man, you are going to be really disappointed because Kerry drinks the same thing every week."
Hey,
he drinks Corona or Bud Light.
You guys don't forget
Yingling.
Or Yingling.
I haven't had Bud Light in weeks, so you guys should be impressed. I'm changing it up, something different. Why not?
It's probably been over a year since I've had a Bud Light.
That's sad. It's not. It is not terrible.
It's
not
pretty
terrible.
Come
on,
awful, dude.
This is not the weirdest beer in the game.
Fucking awful.
You got IPAs for that, sadly.
IPAs are good.
IPAs are nasty.
Kind of depends on the IPA. Like a Lagunitas, that sucks. But a good IPA.
Dark beer is not my fan, sadly.
We do not get along. So good though, dude. So good.
That's why he's a trash opinion, sadly.
Huh?
He's just not there yet.
I don't think I'll ever be.
No,
sadly, you will.
Anyway,
you will.
Anyway, we gotta get to know what Trevor's drinking tonight. What are you having, Trevor?
For the first time this year, Mick Ultra Lime Cactus.
What? That sounded like just 4 random words. Mick Ultra Lime Cactus.
Sounded like a law firm.
What?
Mick Ultra
Lime Cactus.
Lime Cactus. LLC.
Fighting for you.
Hey, I'd go there. Why not?
So, dude. All right.
Anyways.
All right. I'm having something special, something I've never had before on the show, just like usual.
A girlfriend.
No, I've had one of those for a while now. Hey, Trevor, are you still the only single person on the podcast?
Okay. All right.
He might.
Listen. Trevor, you deserve
Oh, man,
that.
I don't want to talk about this right now.
You
Am I still what?
You deserve that.
I deserve what?
being the only
I mean-
single person on the podcast, and then saying a girlfriend.
Hey, he's as afraid of commitment as Aaron Rodgers is, sadly.
I'm just non-committal right now,
Anyway,
like Tom Brady.
I haven't even got to say my beer yet. I'm having a Laughing Skull Amber Ale. It's pretty good. Not too alcoholic, so only 5.3%, but it's very, very nice.
Are you laughing while you're drinking it, though? That's the real question.
No, I'm crying. It's painful.
Sadly.
But this is
You guys ever had a buttery beer?
like a butter beer from Disney? Or no,
No, like a
Universal?
beer that's
Shit.
kind of like buttery.
Like I'm Harry Potter out here.
No, I've never had a buttery beer. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, me neither.
But this beer is brewed right close by in Atlanta by the Atlanta Brewing Company. It's good stuff. Shout out to Atlanta.
ABC.
Also, shout out to Ireland, just because we haven't done it yet.
Shout out to Ireland.
Shout out to Ireland. All right. So, just a quick recap of everything that happened last week. So, had some upsets last week. Some big ones. So, obviously, you had the Bengals shocking the world and beating the Tits. How do you feel about that, Kerry?
I feel like if any of the upsets were to happen, it would have been that one. And it happened. And like when I saw that the first time, I was like, oh, this is going to be the big upset of the week. And it wasn't. I mean, the Titans defense played a great game. They sacked Joe Burrow 9 times. But, I mean, with the exception of A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill was like,
Yes, I
What are you
did. It
doing?
was annoying. What was that?
who even knows?
Burp.
Oh my god.
But Ryan Tannehill looked like Dolphins Tannehill out there.
Dude,
Derrick Henry
what
looked
did
like a fat man trying to run through the middle.
Dude, Trevor, I just have a question. What did we say about Ryan Tannehill last week?
I've been saying that guy is like baked beans for a little while. Like,
I actually like baked beans.
I mean, you like baked beans; they're good, but like when you're thinking your dream meal and like what your side is, it's not baked beans. You know,
It might be.
it might be if you're dumb. I don't know what I'm going with this, but yeah,
I mean,
he's not that guy. He's not that guy.
He's not that
With
guy.
He's not that guy.
with the exception of like 3 big throws in that game, that big touchdown to A.J. Brown, 2 other throws to A.J. Brown, he was terrible. He had that one good
He's
touchdown at the end, and
garbage,
besides
you know.
that, but the
He's not
problem
that
is
guy.
he's a fine game manager, but is he the guy that can take the Titans to the Super Bowl?
He's not one of the best game managers.
I mean, I'd say he is, but like game managers, who would you define as a game manager?
Tom Brady.
A healthy Baker.
Didn't manage that game well, though. So
I mean, he's at that same level as Jimmy G, all those guys, but Carson Wentz, he's better than Wentz, but
no,
And
he's
those guys-
not.
you know what
dude.
happened?
Shut up.
and none of those guys are there. Because this playoff is proving, with the exception of Jimmy G, you need a very talented quarterback to get anywhere.
What?
The
That's what I was
Bills
about to say.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Game
whoa, whoa, whoa,
stuff
whoa,
doesn't
whoa,
work in the
whoa,
playoffs.
Whoa. What?
Well,
Say
what?
that again, Kerry. Say that again.
with the exception of Jimmy G, you need the very talented quarterback to get far in the playoffs.
Okay. I missed the exception of Jimmy G part,
We'll,
but yeah, with
we'll
that,
get
I
to
agree.
Jimmy G later.
Yeah.
Well, that game
Problem with
manager
the
stuff.
Titans-
If you're not that guy, you're not going to the championship game.
You're not going
Or
to
the
the
Super Bowl.
dance. You can't go to the
The problem
dance
with-
unless you're that guy.
Problem
You're
with
not
the
even
Titans
going to
is-
homecoming. You're not even going to her house first to give her the corsage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your car didn't start. You're staying home, buddy. Fire up some popcorn. Play some video games. Too bad.
That actually sounds like more fun than prom, honestly.
Basically.
Well, that's what happens to me. Actually, that's why I know so great detail.
But do you think there's basically no way the Titans can, move on from Tannehill. He's kind of their guy for at least the next year with that giant contract. So they're kind of, stuck with him regardless. Maybe add a couple weapons to that offense. Hope pans out next year, but I don't really think there's much they can do.
They're done.
Maybe draft a
They're
QB.
done. They're
I
done.
mean, they didn't have healthy Derrick Henry, so A healthy Derrick Henry in that game might have made a difference because he did not look like Derrick Henry out there. I think he finished like 20 carries for 60 yards, something in that range. And if, Derrick Henry's the one that's got him to the playoffs, and if he had shown up, it might have been a different ball game. Because, it was pretty close till Trevor's favorite player in the NFL, the clutch kicker, came out, pulled out the
Come
dub.
on,
What are your thoughts on the greatest rookie kicker in the NFL right now?
in the history of the NFL, by the way. It's not that. I'm not surprised. Like I tried telling you guys this 20 weeks ago, and now you're bringing it to me, saying, "Should I be happy? Should I be surprised?" No, I told you 20 weeks ago. Fruition, baby.
Fruition.
Are you surprised? I should be asking you. I just answered your question with a question. Are you surprised that I was right? I drafted that man in fantasy. Now look at him.
Did you see his comment to Burrow?
That was
Legendary.
legendary. That was legendary.
We're going to the AFC Championship, boys.
Guess we're going to the AFC Championship. Gosh.
Heavy Mac.
I feel like Bengals are America's team right now. I feel like everybody wants the Bengals to win.
Yeah. No one wants Jackson Mahomes to be at the Super Bowl. The Niners are straight garbage. And the Rams, everyone hates the Rams because they're from LA.
That is disrespectful.
What?
Did you see that Niners defense? You can't call them garbage.
They're
my
garbage.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to play defense against a primarily passing offense when there's a blizzard outside. Did you know that?
Have you watched Joey Bosa? Man, that man was everywhere.
Like I said, it's really hard to play defense against a passing team when it's a blizzard outside. Really hard.
You'd be sleeping on that Niners team.
I'm not sleeping on anything, Kerry. I'm just saying that their team is garbage, and the reason they won that game is because there was a blizzard outside.
You've been hating on the Niners all year.
Yeah, because they're not very good.
They're far better than the Rams. With quarterbacks, their biggest problem. And if Jimmy G doesn't blow the game, then that Niners team is very good.
What?
That's insane, dude. I can't believe you said that.
Harry, what?
Hey, Jimmy G almost threw. Do you see how many pick sixes he almost had in that game?
No. You said the Niners are better than the Rams outside of the quarterback position?
I'd say they are.
Receivers.
As a team.
No, you can't do that, Gary.
As a team, do we have to go through position by position?
Well, you said excluding
the Rams
a position.
Have more talent.
The Rams have far more talent.
Spread out.
The Rams are not spread out. They have 5 or 6 good players. They have no depth whatsoever. Niners have a great defense overall. Niners have great weapons everywhere. The Rams have
talent.
I've said this all year long.
They have George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Elijah Mitchell. That's it.
They have the best tight end in the NFL.
Okay, that's what I just said. They have George Kittle, Elijah Mitchell, Deebo
Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Trent Williams, the best left tackle in the NFL. Solid O-line. Jimmy G.
Okay, so the Rams offensive line is in gas.
What do the Rams have besides 7 or 8 good players? They have no depth whatsoever. Who trusts this team? The Niners are back in the Super Bowl 2 years later. If Aaron Rodgers was on this team, is this not the best team in football?
Yeah.
Is it not?
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah, you take the best quarterback in the NFL and you put him on a good team. Aren't they the best team in football?
Is Aaron Rodgers on the Rams the best team in football? I'd say no.
Okay, Kerry.
What?
I've called the Rams overrated all year.
Okay, Kerry.
Okay, but they're in a different form right now than they've been all year. Okay, hang on. Are you going to take them and pick them? Are you going to take the Niners? Are you going to take the Niners? Are you going to take the Niners and pick them?
You're a Bucs fan. If the Bucs were healthy in that game, if Antonio Brown didn't go off like a batshit clown, if Chris Godwin didn't tear his ACL, if they didn't lose Tristan Wirfs and their O-line, did they almost choke that game in the end?
You know why, Kerry? Because a healthy Bucs is the best team in football.
Healthy Bucs is far better than the Rams. They would have won that game.
Okay.
Do we disagree on that?
Okay, so we agree.
I disagree on that, but okay.
No, but
the Rams almost choked that game.
Okay.
Did they not? Was it not 27-3 and what it ended up a one-score game? Did they not almost have it?
Did the Rams stop trying to score 2 minutes into the third quarter? Did they hand the ball off to a guy that fumbled 18 times that game?
Well,
24 times?
Because Mr. Lyon was going to come out and throw a pick six if they threw the ball with Stafford. But don't get me on that.
Oh, Stafford was going to throw a pick. What was his stats in that game? Because I believe he had 119 rating.
Jared Goff could have had 140 rating in that game.
Come on,
Stafford,
dude. Come on.
it's easy.
Come on.
Carrie, you really
Don't
think
go
the
on
Niners
Carrie, I
spread
need you to
out
calm
Stafford's
down.
one of the most
better
overrated quarterbacks in
than
the
the
NFL.
I'm not saying he's not overrated. I'm just saying Jared Goff is worse. It's pretty simple.
It's not that much of a difference.
There is a pretty big difference, dude.
There's not.
Okay.
There's not. If you're saying Goff would not, if they had Goff as quarterback, they wouldn't be where they are right now.
No, they wouldn't.
I heavily disagree.
Okay, you can
Trevor,
do that.
Trevor, I know you're a Goff supporter. What's your thoughts? Do you think there'd be that big of a step off?
I don't know about playoff Goff though.
I mean, this is the same Goff
Here's
that
what
had
I'm
that
saying. The Rams have
54-51 game against the Chiefs that what many thought was the greatest all time. Yes, Goff choked in the Super Bowl against Patriots, but he still got them there. Goff was not a bad QB at any time as with the Rams.
Okay, but
He's never a good QB either. Ever.
People thought he was the top 5 quarterback.
Who?
Everyone.
Not
Did
me.
you not watch that season he went off?
Carrie.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you my thoughts.
Carrie, come on.
Sure, why not?
The Rams have been one of the more overrated teams in the NFL at certain points in the season. But over the past 5 weeks, no. They're fluid. Matt Stafford is fluid.
They've had a cakewalk schedule. The Cardinals have fallen apart in the last 5 or 6 weeks. The Bucs are half injured out there. Come on. And then they've played the Niners. Do you think this team could beat the Packers in a 1-1 game if the Packers had been there? If they didn't decide, we're an inept team?
Gary, it's the end of the season. People are going to be hurt. There's 2 teams left in the NFC, and one of them's the Rams. So you can say what you want. People are hurt. But over the last 5 weeks, the Rams have been it.
Have the Rams been hurt? No. They have.
Exactly.
Has Stafford missed any time? Has Cup missed any time? Has Donald missed any time? Has Ramsey missed any time?
That's
they got
why
Akers
I think
back
they're
with 2
good.
friggin' fumbles last week and almost blew the game.
Healthy.
Carrie is saying that the team isn't good because they're not hurt. That's the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
They're not good as the other teams if they were healthy. The only reason the Rams are there because they're lucked out and they played unhealthy teams. Is that not a hard statement to comprehend?
Oh my god, yeah. Rams suck because they're good at
because they
taking care
stayed
of themselves.
healthy.
Yeah, they suck because they're healthy. That's a good take, Carrie. Great take.
That they've been a cakewalk to the playoffs,
That's a
and
great
if they
take.
play the
That's
Chiefs,
a great take,
the
Carrie. You're the best. You're
Chiefs
the best
will
take.
dominate them to the world. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to see Jackson Mahomes dancing in the middle of halftime because the Rams are a terrible football team. And sadly, Jackson Mahomes is going to be dancing all over our faces for 30 minutes every night.
I will give you that because I would much rather see I think the Rams really might wet the bed if they get to the Super Bowl. I think it's a possibility. But the Rams are better than the Niners.
Who do you think matches better up with the Chiefs? Both you think Rams?
No, the Niners.
Do you think the Niners matches better with the Chiefs?
It's close.
But I think the Rams can put up.
Here's my thing. We've already seen Jimmy G in a Super Bowl. It wasn't very pretty. He basically lost in that game. So, like, I don't know what different you're expecting out of Jimmy G against the Chiefs defense that has played actually pretty good.
I mean, they just got destroyed by Josh Allen.
Yeah,
Okay, now,
They just got destroyed by one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Oh my God, Kerry, dude, these great takes just keep coming. You're just so good at them. Golly.
If Jimmy G is an effective game manager, is he not good?
You don't think
Would
Matt
Jimmy G not
Stafford
be
could
good?
put up 38 on the Chiefs defense?
Has Matthew Stafford ever played in a Super Bowl in his life? Has he ever played an a championship game in his life?
There's a first time for everything. I
He's a
don't know.
Detroit Lion. He's a loser. That's the mentality. Sorry, he's a loser. He's a
Okay.
Lion.
He's the
Once a Lion,
favorite.
always a Lion.
Okay.
He's going to
Team
show up.
is a
Oh my
favorite in the
God.
NFC Championship game. His team
Once
is the
a-
favorite to be in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks.
Once a Lion, always a Lion. Sadly,
Oh my
maybe
God.
not come out
Well,
this week, but it will come out eventually.
You're expecting a purr, and I'm expecting a roar. Even though, I'll be honest. The state of Georgia, University of Georgia, they've had too much. The Braves won the Super Bowl. I mean, hold on. Follow us on baseball at Beerly Twitter. Okay.
Purely baseball.
Beerly Baseball. What I'm trying to say is
Oh my God.
the Braves won the World Series. Georgia won the freaking national championship. The last thing I need from them freaking Bulldog fans is Matthew Stafford getting a ring.
Don't worry,
But-
because that fraud will show up soon enough.
I hope the
Watch!
Chiefs
I'm
beat 'em.
so excited when the Rams win the Super Bowl. It's gonna be a great week on Beerly. Oh my gosh,
It will.
it will be a great week on Beerly. Carrie, I'm just gonna roast you for an hour and a half.
Please do.
Honestly, I
Okay,
really
wait.
don't. I don't want to see the Chiefs or the Rams
Nobody
win the
wants
Super
to
Bowl,
see the Chiefs.
but I want to see that game.
What do you? So we've been talking about the Rams, Niners, Chiefs. What about the America's favorite team? You guys think the
America's
Bengals have any shot of
Imagine
pulling out the
Aaron
Chiefs and winning
Donald
the
and
Super Bowl?
Jalen Ramsey in a Super Bowl, dude.
What?
Imagine Aaron Donald in a Super Bowl. You think Patrick? You think
He was in the
Chiefs are
Super
just-
Bowl and then got shut out by the Patriots.
Wait, who was their quarterback in that Super Bowl? I'm just curious.
Jared
Thomas.
Goff.
Oh, okay.
Exactly
you mean
what
that
Matthew
shitbag that's
Stafford
in
was
Detroit
looking
right
on.
now.
I don't want to hear any Goff slander on this podcast.
Here's some Goff slander. He sucks.
He has no weapons whatsoever, but why are we talking about the Detroit Lions in playoff season? Come on.
All right.
But nobody answered my question. What are your guys' thoughts? Cincinnati Bengals, do they have a shot of upsetting the Chiefs?
If they had an okay offensive line, I think they could win that game. But they don't. I mean, the Bills' O-line isn't terrible, and the Chiefs' pass rush was getting to Josh Allen all night. Now, fortunately, Josh Allen can break tackles and throw people 80 yards, so he's able to escape a lot of times. But, I mean, I think Joe Burrow is just going to get murdered again.
Yeah, I felt bad for him that game against Titans. He was just getting mauled out there every play.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, obviously, Jamar Chase has had a great season. Insane rookie year. Do you guys still think it was the right choice taking him over Sewell as a left tackle, which if Sewell
Yes,
was here,
bro.
he would have had 9 sacks.
You rolled the dice. Burrow's healthy, ending the season. God forbid something happened this game. They made the right decision. They're in the AFC Championship game. No, they should have took the offensive. Shut up.
What? I mean, with how bad this offensive line is, I mean, you're one
Terry,
play.
they're in the AFC Championship game. Jamar Chase had 1,500 yards and like 13 touchdowns.
It
I
doesn't
don't
matter
care
how
how bad the offensive line is.
Yes, it is. When the next play, Joe Burrow tears his ACL and is ruined again.
We're in
I
the
mean-
AFC Championship game, and that hasn't happened yet. So, do you think that's
What
going to
if-
happen in the AFC Championship game?
Is that not supposed to do with how bad that O-line has played last week? It is terrible. It is one of the worst in the NFL. They still haven't done anything to prove it. This Bengal
And they're in
team.
the AFC Championship game. You think
And
Tyler Boyd as wide receiver 1 is getting you to the AFC Championship game? T.
don't
Higgins?
slander Higgins like that.
I'm not, but he's not Jamar Chase.
Yes, he's not Jamar Chase. Do you not? I just don't get this team. Protect your franchise quarterback. They should have
They
signed
rolled
someone.
dice, and it worked, Kerry.
It worked for now. What happens when Joe Burrow has
Fix
an
it
injury?
next year. You know how many good offensive linemen are in this draft?
Do you know how many good offensive linemen there are in the NFL? Not that many. It is harder to find a good offensive lineman than a good wide receiver. Am I wrong?
Jamar Chase hasn't been a good wide receiver, though.
How many
Jamar Chase has
dominant
been top 6 in the NFL this year.
top 6?
Top 7.
I'll give you top 10, maybe
Wow.
top somewhere in that range.
Wow. That's low.
Is it
Kerry,
not? Is it easier to get a wide receiver than a great O lineman? Is that not?
I'm not talking about a wide receiver. I'm talking about Jamar Chase.
Yes, they've had a great reception, but all
Kerry,
right.
he's a rookie, and you're calling him top 10.
Mark my words when Joe Burrow dies on the field because this ass O line is out there and
Dies
gets him
on
killed.
the field. That'd be.
He will be the first player to die based on what happened in the Titans.
And then what happens when Jamar Chase gives him CPR and saves his life, and then they win the Super Bowl?
Then I'll say, wow.
Are you going to wish Sewell did it?
I would have, yeah. But let's say
oh my god.
Let's say the Bengals next year. Let's say they draft an O-lineman, they sign a couple guys or two, and they get a pretty formidable line. Is this not maybe the favorite in the AFC?
Yeah, I could see it being a favorite in the AFC with how good Joe Burrow has
Kansas
played.
City wins the Super Bowl.
I mean, he's looked insane lately.
Yeah. How well Joe Burrow has played. They got a very clutch kicker.
A great kicker. Can't say enough about that guy.
I know we talked about this a couple weeks. Is he in your top 5 yet or no?
Yes.
Who?
Evan McPherson? Justin Tucker, 1A.
Joe
Evan
Burrow.
McPherson, 1B. Oh.
Joe Burrow, top 5?
I feel like it's very arguable.
I'm saying no.
I'm saying no too. I really like Joe Burrow, but I'm still saying no.
I feel like everybody could pretty much agree that Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen right now in some order is your top 4. Would you guys agree?
That is my top 4.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
And I feel like the 5 to 10 range is all pretty arguable right now between Burrow, Herbert,
Shut up,
Dak,
Justin
Stafford, all those guys.
Yeah.
And it's kind of up for grab, but I feel like next year Burrow would definitely be in that top 5.
He could definitely be in that conversation. It kind of depends.
If not already.
It kind of depends
on the other guys.
Yeah.
If he wins the Super Bowl, is he in your top 5?
I think he'd have to be, given how bad his
He's either 5
is.
or 6.
Yeah.
Wait, who is your guy? Who is your guy's top 5 right now? Is your fifth guy after those 4?
Dude, I don't know.
Trevor's gonna say Lamar Jackson probably, but
no.
Lamar Jackson's barely top 15. Barely.
I know you guys were saying Dak early on this year, or a couple weeks ago.
Dak is good, but I don't know.
If you put Joe Burrow with the Cowboys O-line and those weapons, I think he's putting up those same numbers,
if not better.
Yeah,
I think. I don't know. I mean, Dak fits that offense perfectly, and he plays it perfectly. He's not too much or anything, but that would be a nasty team with Burrow.
but do you have a definite top 5th guy?
I don't have a 5th guy.
Let me see here.
I mean, I feel like it's very it's not nobody really agrees on this.
My 4 has been solidified all year. It's for the most part, it's been Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes, Allen all year.
Yeah, I feel like Allen's definitely solidified after that dominant performance against KC.
I'd probably go Herbert above Burrow for now.
Okay. The guy's been watching the playoffs from the couch.
Is QB wins a stat, bud?
It was earlier.
Then how is Jimmy G in the playoffs then? According to you.
It's just you should be able to make the playoffs.
Is Jimmy G better than Justin Herbert? According to your standard?
Just saying, Kerry, what top 5 quarterback doesn't make the playoffs?
He's also a rookie.
No, answer the question. Don't say also. He's not a rookie.
Top 5 quarterbacks don't even win in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers lost the first round.
But he made the playoffs.
And then he lost immediately and looked terrible in the playoffs.
Okay, but he wasn't on the couch. He was on the field in the playoffs.
Imagine blaming a guy for giving up 180 rushing yards to Rex Burkhead.
That was one game all season.
Does it matter? You should not be giving up 108 yards to a white running back in 2022. This is not 1950.
Yeah, but you can't say that's the reason Justin Herbert didn't make the playoffs.
Their run defense was the worst in the NFL all year long.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Bengals have the worst offensive line ever. Burrow made it.
The Chargers coach was a dumbass that went for fourth down every freaking game. You can't play Herbert for half of those losses.
He's not even sniffing my top 5.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, you keep going with Lamar Jackson, his 3,000 passing.
No.
But we don't want to get on that topic again.
Yeah, we got things to discuss. Like, I don't want to get into the Lamar Jackson ass train.
But you know what? Should we head to next week?
We've talked about him a lot tonight, and I haven't brought him up once.
All right.
Wow.
We'll talk about next week. So we're going to go ahead and pick the games. Only 2 games to pick. Starting.
You know I'm taking the Bucks.
Sadly.
Starting with Sunday, 3 o'clock game, AFC Championship on the line. We have Joe and the Bengals taking on Jackson Mahomes twerking Chiefs. Who you going with, Kerry?
Dude,
Wait, do you have the results? Because that means something to me.
I know I went 1-4.
I went 2-2.
I think I went 2-2 as well.
Okay, so Kerry's.
No, I feel like Trevor went. I feel like you didn't pick the Bengals.
No, you didn't pick the Bengals.
I
picked the Titans.
Yeah, you picked the Titans. Both of you picked the Titans, and then when I came back, I said, I'm going to take the Bengals. You're like, oh, we both said you'd take the Bengals. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. So Trevor went 1-3. I went 1-3. Zach 2-2. Impressive.
No way, you don't know that because you don't know how I voted for the other games.
You definitely picked the Bucks and you definitely picked the Packers.
Yeah, everyone took the Packers and everyone else except me took the Bucks.
I'm going to confirm that after we're done recording.
Oh, you can.
You
That's
definitely
totally
did.
fine. But go
ahead,
Kerry. Bengals Chiefs, Kerry.
Dude, I hope I am wrong 100%. There is nothing I'd rather want than the Bengals to win this game. But sadly, I have to pick Jackson Mahomes, Brittany Matthews, Patrick Mahomes, the child abuser, douchebag Kelsey, and fat ass Reed, and the rest of the Chiefs. Sadly.
All right, Trevor.
Sorry, Chiefs fans.
You know what, Kerry? Actually, Zach, I want you to go first because I want to hear what you have to say.
Please pick the Bengals. I just want someone to have hope and the goodness of life.
Oh, somebody's picking the Bengals. I'll just let you know.
I want to take the Bengals. I'm the same way as you, Kerry.
Everybody wants them, you know. It's like
I would give away my firstborn son for the Bengals to win this game, but I don't think they're going to. Not with that O-line, and the Chiefs' offense has looked pretty good, so I'm taking the Chiefs.
Joe Burrow, if you're listening to this, wear an all-white suit when you walk into the stadium for the Super Bowl. Give me the Bengals.
wow, he's going hard.
Okay.
Proud of you, dude. Trevor, I hope you beat me, honestly. I hope you do, dude.
All right.
I hope I do too, and that's why I picked him. I wanted to pick him, and I picked him. I believe in Joe.
All right.
I do, but I don't believe in their O-line. Or their defense, either one.
I haven't believed in their O-line all year. Look at them. AFC Championship game.
No thanks to their O-line.
Who cares? Who's got the best O-line in football?
Probably
Cleveland. Where are they? On the couch. Who's got the second best?
their O-line.
Dallas? Where are they? On the couch. Where is Joe Burrow right now?
Probably practicing.
Practicing. Prepping.
Probably getting
rested. Doing something because he's got a football game. You got man, dude. Everything is the offensive line. It sucks. I've heard it for 20 weeks, dude. They're in the AFC Championship game. Take them serious.
Did you not watch him get sacked 9 times last week?
And
I did. And what
hit
happened? They
30
still
times.
fucking won. And, believe.
Believe in something even means sacrificing everything.
Shout out to Kaepernick.
Yeah, with his ass sitting on the bench.
Talking about sitting on the couch. Anyway. The final playoff game before the Super Bowl, we have 6:30 p.m. Sunday, January 30th. We have the Niners at the Rams. Trevor, you go first this time.
Yeah, Rams show.
All right.
Burrow versus Stafford.
All right. Carrie.
Y'all gonna hate me for this. I don't give a shit about how bad he plays. Jimmy G is a winner. Look at his career record. They win. Niners taking the dub. Matthew Lyon loser. Stafford is going to fail. Niners upset the Rams.
All
Lions back.
That's good.
Oh,
That's good.
Look at
I
you.
thought I was going to have the same picks as Carrie, and I'm glad I don't. It's going to be the Rams taking this down by 17.
wait, what? What'd you say?
By 17. Jeez.
Rams by 17.
Low scoring game or high scoring game?
The Rams are gonna score a lot. Niners ain't doing anything with Jimmy G at quarterback.
If the Niners win the Super Bowl, do you stick with Jimmy G next year or do you still go with Lance?
Trey Lance. Aaron
Lance,
Rodgers.
Trey Lance.
Hmm.
Or trade them both and pick up Rodgers.
Even if he wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's garbage. Get him out of there.
The Jimmy G won most hated QBs. Jimmy G, Carson Wentz, Tua. Sure, there's a couple more. Most hated on QBs for no reason, sadly.
Yeah, not
What?
Lamar Jackson or anything.
All right.
Sadly.
So those are our picks in the conference championship games. Currently, Carrie is still leading, but I did make up some ground, so it's gonna be an interesting. Should we do the Pro Bowl pick or no?
Nobody gives a shit about the Pro Bowl, sadly.
That's true. That's true.
I
All
will
right.
not even pick. I don't even care enough to pick that game.
Okay. All right. So now on to some discussion topics we have for this evening. The first of which is, who will have a better second season? Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence?
I think the answer is rather obvious to me.
I'd agree.
I'd agree.
Trevor Lawrence.
How about taking an L, bitch?
Okay. Let's hear this. Tell me about why the Jets and their sexy fan freaking, can do any. Well, tell me why the Jets are going to be something.
Jaguars are getting a whole new system. Who even knows who their coach is? Zach Wilson gets another year with Salah. He's got weapons around him. Elijah Moore, I think, he's got a big offseason. Michael Carter. And Zach Wilson looked more promising in the year Trevor Wilson did. Does anybody disagree?
Wilson?
Does anyone disagree that Zach Wilson finished out the season stronger than Lawrence did?
Yeah, Carrie, but we're not talking about this year, dude.
Wait. Hold on. Zach Wilson finished out the season better than Trevor Lawrence.
Easily he did.
Trevor Lawrence won a game and got in the first overall pick in the same day.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the last game of the season?
One of them knocked out the Colts from the playoffs. The other one lost to the Bills by 17. I'd argue that Trevor Lawrence had a better end to his season. I'm just saying.
The last week.
I'm just saying. You said the end of the season.
Did I say week 17?
Isn't that the end of the season?
I said the last end of the season, which you would
Would
think
be
the last
week
few games.
17.
Trevor Lawrence looks like
Dumbass.
the freaking bust he is all
Oh
season
my
long.
God. Carrie. Okay, you got to think about it this way, okay?
Dude, he's supposed to be the next Peyton Manning. Did he look like a Peyton Manning? No. He didn't do anything all year long.
His
Look good
coach
at
was
all.
Urban
Yes, he had
Meyer,
a
who was
freaking
fondling
coach.
girls in bars instead
I
of
don't
being
give a
on the
crap.
team playing.
Hey, there's nothing
No.
wrong with
You could have-
fondling. I'm just kidding. There is something wrong.
Yeah,
with that.
there is.
You
Yep,
could have
when
the
you're
that's it.
worst
married.
coach, worst team. You could show something. He does not show anything to show he's the next great quarterback. Yes, he could be an okay quarterback. He did not show anything to show he could be an next great quarterback in the NFL.
Because he was
Joe
behind
Burrow
the
had a
worst
terrible team
offensive
last
play
year,
calling
and he
in
looked great.
NFL history, arguably. Granted, Tennessee Titans running a read option with Ryan Tannehill is pretty close on 3rd and a foot, but the worst offensive play calling in NFL history. You had them running Carlos freaking Hyde instead of the guy that ran for over 1,000 yards last year as an undrafted rookie. No.
They started using Robinson, and you know what? Trevor Lawrence didn't look any better. Zach Wilson looked better as the year went on.
Okay,
He
you
had
have to
no
get the
weapons
names right,
whatsoever.
Carrie. You have to get the names right if you're trying to make a point. Otherwise, you just sound really dumb.
Sorry that Trevor
You keep calling Trevor Lawrence. You keep
Sorry,
calling
I'm
Trevor Wilson,
confusing my-
and you keep calling Zach Wilson Zach
I mean-
Lawrence.
They're basically the same because I don't have faith in either of them. Because, I mean, one's on the Jets, one's on the Jaguars, two of the most loser franchises of all time. So they're both going to suck. But, you know, Wilson, I get a little more faith in him. Sorry.
Carrie,
Put your
crazy.
heart into this a little bit. Carrie,
Maybe he could
Carrie,
be a Mark Sanchez butt fumble dude, but, you know,
Carrie.
sure.
Put your heart
Yes,
into this a little bit. What did the Jaguars do last year in the offseason with the head coaching position? They
Does
took
it
it by the
matter?
balls. You know, they took it by the balls. They hired Urban Meyer. They jumped off a cliff
Okay,
and they
wait.
killed themselves.
Do you think a team that hired Urban Meyer, who made all those great decisions,
Gosh, Carrie,
gonna make
get
another
the
great
names
hire?
right. Get the names right. Golly.
You think a team that hired the mayor?
you expect a team that hired him to make a good choice again? What are they going to bring in, Matt Nagy?
It looks like they're gonna bring in Byron Leftwich. I would love that.
Oh goodness, they're gonna make the same mistake twice. All right.
What, the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers? Guy who's got a
Yeah,
Super Bowl ring?
Yeah.
Making a trash quarterback like Brady look good again.
I'm not the biggest fan of that guy.
I had to make that joke. Sorry, Zach. I don't even know. I don't even need to ask who you're going to take, but please explain.
It's Trevor Lawrence, dude.
Obviously.
He's
should be obvious.
Better talent. Okay. He's got the weapons around him. They need to get a better defense so that they can actually, stop some people and have their offense on the field more than 4 minutes a game. And they need to get him a better O-line. Okay? It's really simple. And with decent play calling, you can do that. Really simple. Zach Wilson is garbage. He's bad.
You know what we
He's
saw
Nathan Peterman 2.0.
That is a bit of a stretch. Zach Wilson looked far better than Trevor Lawrence all season long.
What are you talking about, dude? Oh my
I'm talking about football, which you apparently need to know nothing of, from the guy that said Carson Wentz and Taylor Heineke was top 10 quarterbacks. But we will leave that to another day.
Carrie, you're writing off Trevor Lawrence after 1 year with Urban Meyer.
I am not.
Yes, you
Yes, you
are.
are.
You literally are.
So you think Zach Wilson's going to be better than him next year, but you're not writing him off?
Everyone said Trevor Lawrence is the next coming Peyton Manning. Trevor is the next coming Tom Brady. Trevor Lawrence coming to the future
Peyton
of the
Manning's
NFL.
rookie season?
Not good. And he showed promise regardless. Trevor Lawrence showed nothing to show he was going to be the best quarterback in the NFL in a few years. Trevor Lawrence could still be a good quarterback.
Maybe he was saving it.
A great quarterback? No, he's improving that. It doesn't matter if you have the worst OC Worst coach, worst line in the NFL. Prove something. Doesn't matter. You got
Gary,
to
has
prove
any
something.
rookie quarterback proved anything this year?
Did they prove it last year? Did Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow look great next year? And look where Joe Hurt. I'm keep getting confused.
What? Oh,
I don't think he knows what he's talking about. He needs
Dude,
help.
look-
Someone, he's having a stroke. Get over there.
I don't think that even all time that Lawrence might not be better than Herbert, because that's a very special circumstance with Justin Herbert, special talent.
Look,
But he's going to be better than Zach Wilson this year.
Carrie, can you tell me who had a better completion percentage this year, Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, can you?
I feel like it's obviously Lawrence because you're asking it.
Oh, okay. Who threw more touchdowns this year?
And who missed like 5 games with injury?
Okay, but who threw more touchdowns?
The guy that probably played, I think Lawrence played 17 games versus Lawrence probably 12 or 13.
Dude, you are so bad at names tonight.
Well, I'm off. I'll give you that.
Okay.
And
Oh my God. Okay, who had a better rating this year, Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence?
I mean, they both suck regardless.
But who had a better
And
one?
it's obviously Lawrence because you're asking it.
Oh, okay. So what
And
you're
who
saying
finished
is, so you're saying, no, wait, let me finish. Okay, Carrie.
And who finished
You've
out
been
stronger?
talking for like 30 seconds. Give me a chance, okay? Okay.
Sure.
So you said that Zach Wilson has looked better than Trevor Lawrence all year long, yet he has a worse rating, 1,300 less yards passing, fewer touchdowns, and a worse completion percentage. Is that what you're telling me?
What looked bad, Carrie? Is it the blonde, long hair? You're not a fan? Does he not align with your political views? What's the real reason?
It might have been his 17 interceptions, you know?
Okay. That backfired.
His how many wins did he have this year, Zach? 3?
No, that is a team stat. Shut up.
How about we just both agree that both of them sucked?
I agree
So
that both of
question
them
asked.
played poorly. Yeah.
And that both of them, because they're probably Jets and Jaguars, are probably going to suck next year because they're loser franchise.
No, the Jaguars are bouncing back, baby.
Yeah, this is the guy that thought the Jaguars going to win like 6 of their last 8 games. You remember that, Trevor?
I remember at the beginning of the season, Zach said they were going to be like almost 500.
Yeah, I remember when like 6 weeks left this season, Zach was like, they're going to win like 7 of 8 games to finish out the
To
year.
be fair, they
I don't
just
know how
beat the
much-
Bills, so I mean,
I mean, those their highlight of the campaign.
that's a pretty good highlight, though. I mean, come on.
We're talking about rookie. Who do you think will be the best? I feel like this year it was either Davis Mills or Mac Jones. Who do you think will be the best rookie QB in year 2 of these rookies?
Well, I mean, that's
I
probably.
want to say Trey Lance, but there's an asterisk there.
Who?
Lance, if he gets to play more than like 8 games.
I think Lance is a bust.
What? Why?
I just don't. I don't think he's ever going to be as good in the NFL as he was in college.
Why?
I think he's too raw, and I don't think he's ever going to develop as people think he could.
Why?
Have you watched him in the NFL in preseason? He played a college offense. He was great at North Dakota State. So was Carson Wentz. That means good quarterback.
Dude, Gary's hilarious.
Dude, did you watch the preseason?
Sorry, don't watch any football at all. So, you know.
Watch the 49ers preseason games.
You haven't watched football in 6 weeks.
That's what you're basing him on being a bust on? Is a 49ers preseason game that happened like 20 weeks ago?
Have you
my
not watched
God.
the guy play? Sorry for dealing with these idiots that don't watch football at all.
Trey Lance actually
Oh,
does have
Gary.
Gary. Trey Lance has the best quarterback rating out of anybody, out of any rookie.
He played one game. Come on, Zach. Come on.
What do you want from
Okay.
me? I'm just giving you statistics. Don't yell at me.
You're gonna blame it off one game?
I'm gonna blame it off one. Dude, Gary can't say words tonight.
Gary is not allowed to drink Bud Light ever again.
Man, that 4.8% ABV is really messing you up, man. You get real stupid drinking Bud Light. That's a lesson to everybody out there.
Just
drink Bud Light. Trey Lance is a bust. He hasn't
Alright.
played yet, but he's gotten worse.
All right, the next topic. Who is the best cute? I'm turning into Carrie.
Cutie?
Shit.
Who's the best cutie?
Who's the best quarterback out of this group? You have Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, and Lamar Jackson. Who's the best quarterback out of those? And I'm going to ask Trevor first.
Did you say best or valuable?
Best
Best at what?
quarterback.
By playing the quarterback position to y'all's standards?
Just
I would
who's
say
the
Dak.
best? Who's just the best quarterback? That's all you got to say. Who's the best quarterback?
Best quarterback here is Dak. Best football player here is Lamar. Best winner here is Lamar. Best quarterback is Dak.
Most injured player here is Lamar too.
Yeah, I went 0-4 without him. If they would have went 1-3, they would have made the playoffs.
Instead, Pittsburgh made it. Good job.
Yeah. Tyler Huntley, a more statistically accurate quarterback. That's what you were preaching all year, man. Once they get a more statistically accurate quarterback, Lamar Jackson's not going to be holding them back anymore. 0-4. Knock, knock. Who's there? Owen.
I already
0-2,
proved to you
0-4.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I already proved to you that that's not the case. But yeah, go off.
Oh, that's the case.
He's not the statistically more accurate quarterback.
Yeah, he is.
No, he literally has a worse rating.
I'm talking about completion percentage.
He's got a worse touchdown to interception ratio than Lamar, which is tough to do.
Completion percentage. He's throwing them passes like you like, Zach.
To the
He's
other
completing them
team.
passes. That's
He's
what you
throwing
hate about
absolute
Lamar.
dimes
That's what you
to
hate
the other
about Lamar.
team. He's got a
They
0.5
throw
better
bad 'cause he can't
completion
throw.
percentage.
They got a quarterback that
He's
can throw.
Lamar without wheels, dude. Come on, let's be real.
He's got wheels.
No, he doesn't.
I think he ran for like 60, 70 yards in a game. People don't just do that.
Carrie, what's yours? Your pick. I'm not having this Lamar Jackson argument tonight. I'm over it.
I know you got out of that water real quick. You seen them gators coming.
I don't even know what to
You
do
seen
with
them
this
dogs
one.
barking. He said, I'm out of here.
Dude, this
I don't
guy's
like
hilarious.
any-
Harry, throw me the life raft, damn it.
Dak is 100% boosted by his system. He's an average quarterback. He's a great
Okay.
O-line. He's
What
great
about
receiver.
Kyler Murray? He's better than Josh Allen, right, Carrie?
Right, Carrie?
Right, Carrie? Like you said
Right,
earlier.
Carrie?
How he's better
Remember
than
saying
Lamar?
that?
Remember when you said that?
Josh Allen.
Oh,
You said Lamar.
this guy's real quiet.
You said Lamar.
Hey, Carrie. Can you hear me?
Carrie. We broke him.
We broke him. He
All right,
literally
guys,
died.
that's all.
He literally died. My pick is
Shockingly.
What?
He's an MVP. No one can do what he does. He takes over games.
oh my god.
I don't trust any of the other three right now.
Dude, come on.
I'm sorry,
love
but I
you.
have
You know
I
what?
love
You know
you.
what? Just because Carrie said that,
I
I was
love
gonna
you.
take Dak. But because Carrie said that, I'm taking Stafford, and I'm gonna watch
I
him win
love
a Super
you.
Bowl, and then I'm just gonna roast Carrie for an hour and a half on this show. Watch it. 3 weeks from now, it's gonna be incredible. Okay, I'm gonna roast
Carrie,
the
you're a
shit out
god.
of Carrie. Oh my
I think-
god.
I
It was
think
just the worst takes tonight. He came in here with the worst
It is-
fucking takes. And he
it is
expected me
so-
not to call him out on it. But
is
here's
so
me
close.
calling him out on it.
it is so close between like the 5 to 11 quarterbacks.
MVP.
I feel like you have to take Herbert and Burrow over any of these bums. Like, you have to put Herbert and Burrow at 5 and 6. You have to put all these guys behind them.
Yeah.
Like, all these guys have huge issues that, like...
Bro, shut up.
I take Herbert and Burrow over these guys 100%.
I'm not putting Justin Herbert above Lamar Jackson because he throws a better spiral.
Lamar Jackson can't win in the playoffs. He can't throw. He can't do...
He's won a playoff game.
He can't throw
He's
for
won a
5,000
playoff
yards in
game.
a season.
He
He can't throw for 38 touchdowns.
He
He
Has
can't.
Justin Herbert won a playoff game, or has Lamar Jackson won a playoff game? Because you just said Lamar Jackson can't win a playoff game, but he's won a playoff game. And has Justin Herbert won a playoff game?
How do you do in that
So what are you
playoff
talking
game?
about?
How do you do in that playoff game, Trevor?
Wow.
How do you do
I'm
in that playoff
I
game?
don't care. He said he can't win a playoff game. He
How
won
do
a
you doing
playoff
it?
game.
How do you doing it?
He
How do you
won
doing
the
it?
playoff game.
How do you do?
Better than a
How do you do?
statistically. He played winning football.
Yeah, by himself?
Okay. When somebody goes in on that Ravens team, a new quarterback, and is more statistically accurate, what happens? 0-4.
He's
Teams
not
suck.
more statistically
Lamar-
accurate. Trevor, I've
Lamar
laid this out
Jackson-
for you every single time, okay? I've laid this out for you
Quarterback-
20 times this
Passing
year.
touch, I'm talking completion percentage.
Lamar Jackson has
0.5% better and 0.5% better with more interceptions than touchdowns.
Lamar Jackson is 1-3 with a 68.3 passer rating, 900 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions in his playoff career. Come on.
Kerry, you said I want a quarterback that's going to win a playoff game. Lamar
it's not
Jackson
Lamar
won a playoff
Jackson.
game. Justin Herbert has not won a playoff game.
Do you know who won a
Ryan
playoff game?
Tannehill is better in the playoffs than Lamar Jackson is. Come on.
Kerry, when you're playing a game of football, you attack the game. The Ravens had a game plan.
For Lamar to
that
throw
involved
interceptions
their
and no
best player,
touchdowns.
the MVP of the fucking league, and they went into the playoffs and they won with their best player.
Do you want to kill me? I would take.
What?
Here's my over these 4 guys. I know everyone to kill me over this. If he had the same weapons, I would take Derek Carr over all 4 of those.
Honestly, I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
He doesn't have the weapons that any of the others does.
No. And he
If you
made
put
it to the
Derek Carr
playoffs.
in Dallas, he'd put up the same numbers Dak has.
He probably put up better, honestly.
Yeah. Same thing with if he was in LA.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually agree with you, Kerry.
Wow. We agreed on something. That means you know it's right. Trevor just died over that comment, I guess.
Trevor's dead now.
Just go defend Lamar till he dies.
It is Tuesday night, man. You know, and I have drank a lot of beer, and it's Tuesday night.
Hey, I did confuse Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence like 6 times. So
This is the year of the beer,
And
man.
you called
can do
Urban
whatever you
Meyer
want.
Urban Mayor.
basically,
He's done that before, though.
He's the mayor of Beerville.
It's the year of the beer.
It is the year of the beer. All right, our last discussion topic is start one.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, because it's obviously
Okay.
not. But start one, bench one, cut one. Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Jerry Rice. Who wants to go first?
Do we have any outlines to go with this question? Any specifics?
No, just start
Do they
one,
all
bench
have the
one,
same
cut one.
team?
Start one, bench one, cut one. Assume they're on the same team because it's your team because you have to start one, bench one, and cut one.
Okay.
Assume they're on the same team. Start
Okay.
one, bench one, cut one.
Who's going first?
Calvin Johnson is the start one.
Wow.
Wow, this is where it gets hard. This is where I get hard.
If you want me to go, I'll go.
You can go. Just know I'm starting Megatron.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting Megatron as well. I'm benching.
I'll tell you who I'm
I'm benching Jerry, and I'm cutting Randy.
I am benching Randy, cutting Jerry.
Okay,
Because
Carrie.
Jerry Rice is old, and I don't like old people. I don't like old heads.
I know.
Listen,
Trevor,
let's go back to Carrie, the guy who's a freaking Celtics fan and a Patriots fan. Loves to talk to you about history and all the finals the Celtics won when there was 8 teams in the NBA. Go ahead and tell me why Jerry Rice is the best receiver of all time while I take a freaking NyQuil.
I mean, he obviously is. If you put Jerry Rice in today's NFL, he's dropping 2,000 yards every year. He's the greatest receiver in NFL history.
Really?
Randy Moss, he's number 2, easily. Calvin Johnson, easily number 3. This is an easy answer. The majority of our Twitter audience got this right also. Same answer as me. It's fairly easy. We'll start Rice, bench Moss, cut Megatron, even though Megatron's insane. And, imagine a 3-receiver set with those 3. Have fun with that.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You can throw Nathan Peterman out there, and you're still dropping 30 a game.
No, Nathan Peterman's throwing to the other team, dude. He's colorblind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That was incredible. Honestly, when you remember when Josh Allen was a rookie and they started Nathan Peterman over Josh Allen, and he threw 4 interceptions in 4 throws or something stupid.
I think he finished with 6 picks in that game.
It was so
I think
funny.
he played 5.
It was just like, dude, what are you looking at?
Remember who got benched for him? Tyrod Taylor.
No, he was cut. They cut Tyrod before that
season. They benched Tyrod Taylor for Nathan Peterman.
Did they?
They did.
I didn't think they did.
He threw 5 interceptions in the first half, and then Tyrod Taylor came in for him in the second half.
Tyrod Taylor came.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's all we need to know. So the reason you're starting Calvin Johnson is because he's an athletic freak. He can do anything you want him to. Catch the ball over the middle, catch it on the sideline, catch it over defenders because he's 6'11". He's not actually 6'11", but you get the idea. The reason I'm benching Jerry instead of cutting Jerry is because I think he's better running crossing routes than Randy is.
So this came down to crossing routes for you?
It came down to crossing routes for me. Because if Calvin's doubled up, you need someone to run an underneath route to give the quarterback an option to throw to. And I think Jerry would be better at that than Randy. And that is why I am cutting Randy Moss as opposed to benching him. No disrespect to Randy Moss. Ultimately, because it was very close between the two. But I think in terms of offensive stability and being able to, advance the ball on as many plays as possible, I think that Randy Moss gives my offense Jerry Rice gives my offense a better chance to move the ball down the field on a consistent basis.
I have a couple questions for you, Carrie, and I'm not going to explain them, and I'm not going to have any follow-up questions.
Sure.
What year did Jerry Rice play? What were the years?
He's doing the Michael Jordan argument.
I think it was late 80s to early 2000s.
How many white defensive backs do you think there were?
He played in the 90s. Come on, this isn't 1960, 1950, dude. Come on. This isn't we're talking some white-ass Green Bay Packer in the 1950s. Jerry Rice was still playing when Randy Moss was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was. So it's not 2 completely different eras. Am I wrong?
It's pretty different.
Randy Moss started in 1998. Jerry Rice played until 2004. So that's 6 years between them. So it's not that much different, is it? No.
So LeBron's... Never mind. Just never mind.
We don't need to go on LeBron.
Never mind. If you like basketball, though, at Beerly Hoops on Twitter, we got a podcast weekly, me and Latar.
They get 7 viewers.
Exactly.
We do. We're up to 7 now. And my mom doesn't even watch anymore. So those are 7 real people.
But I do want to give the one thing I'll give to Calvin Johnson, or not to Randy Moss, not Calvin Johnson. Jerry Rice had Joe Montana. Johnson had
No, say it. Say
Johnson had Stafford, who was still
it.
he's
Loser, the
decent.
once a loser, always a loser. He sucks. That guy?
Yeah.
He's still a top 10 quarterback, top 12.
Wow. I like how you're giving him love now.
Wow, that's weird. That's
You're
really
a
weird.
pancake, Carrie.
Who did Randy Moss have, with exception of the
Tom Brady.
Brady?
Tom
Yeah, how many years
Brady.
did
Who else
how
did he
many years-
have? Tom Brady?
Dak.
Absolute nobody.
Jack, how many years did they play together? And how many touchdowns did he have that year?
I don't know.
How-
I'm not a freaking Brady tard.
He's not a
Do you
human
think-
stat book like you.
He played 3 years in New England. 1 year he had 23 touchdowns. He played, 8 years in Minnesota? Who do you have as Minnesota quarterback? Was it anywhere near Joe
Brett
Montana,
Favre.
anywhere near Stafford?
Brett Favre.
It was
No,
freaking
that was
Dante Culpepper, Brad Johnson, and a bunch of crappy
Okay.
white.
Okay, you're hating on Dante Culpepper. All right. I know he's not the greatest quarterback of all time.
That's
okay?
one of the coolest names in NFL.
It is
history.
one of the coolest names in NFL history. Also, he was real dirty on NFL Street too.
Randy Moss had 20 quarterbacks throw him a touchdown. I mean, sadly for this, it is different times. We'll never know who's the greatest, along with any sport.
Carrie, you've had a really hard time talking tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe I've had so much strength.
He's had 4 Bud Lights, dude. That's way too much.
Randy Moss had my ass second cousin, no offense, Kerry Collins throwing to him.
Wait. Oh. Wait, are you guys really related?
Yes, sadly.
Wait, get him on the podcast.
Yeah, what the heck, Gary?
Started for the Raiders in the Super Bowl.
No, we're not just gonna blow by that. Get the guy on the show.
Yeah, come on. He'll have a few beers, drink a few laughs.
Hey,
You
Kerry
need a beer,
Collins.
man.
Kerry Collins, what are your thoughts on the?
Did you just call
season
one
you
of us
started?
Gary Collins?
Kerry Collins, what are your thoughts on the season you started for the Colts, in which they went 0-16 or 1-5, whatever that year was, when they tanked for luck?
I thought that was Charlie Whitehurst's year.
They started a bunch of quarterbacks that year.
Was that guy something Painter?
Curtis
Curtis
Painter.
Painter?
Curtis Payne.
What a time to be alive, dude.
That was nuts. Just watching all those guys go out there and absolutely be
It's like,
terrible.
man. And it's like ESPN had a little story on him every week. 3 weeks ago, he was working for UPS in Alaska. And I was like, wow. And now he's in the NFL.
They only, fun fact, they only
Rags to
started
riches,
3
baby.
quarterbacks. They started the great ESPN commentator Dan Orlovsky.
Orlovsky?
Oh,
Put some respect on his name, though. He wasn't as bad as the other
he
guy.
ran in his own end zone for safety. Do you not remember that play?
Oh, yeah,
If
okay.
one mistake,
He was the
made
worst. I do not
everything,
get how that man.
I would
finished.
be in a max security federal prison.
I don't get how that man is people take him seriously for a guy that had such a terrible NFL career as he did. Him and Mark Sanchez. Why do you listen to them? They were terrible. Come on.
And Mark Sanchez won a playoff game.
Do we have to talk about the butt fumble? Come on.
I believe he made it to an AFC championship game, Trevor.
He did. He also had the butt fumble. Does that not take away any of his...
I mean, it takes away a
But
little
Dan-
bit, but it doesn't take away the whole thing.
But Dan Orlovsky...
Carrie,
He's-
it's not that hard.
Orlovsky, damn, dude.
Horrible. Carrie, come on.
I'm struggling.
Orville Renbacherovsky.
Zach, he's doing the thing again in the show.
Hey, but Kerry Collins, if you want to ever come on the show and talk about the season you threw,
Wait,
20
your cousin's
interceptions.
name is Carrie and your name is Carrie?
you didn't know that?
Carrie.
Hey, Kerry Collins, if you ever want to talk about the season you threw 21 interceptions in 13 games, let's do it.
Bro, I bet he would. What's Kerry Collins
Hey, he
up
made
to
it.
nowadays?
I think he-
were you practicing at all? What was going on?
I think he lives on a farm now, I think, supposedly.
Oh,
probably
sick. Does
lives
he
with
have
him.
cows?
Probably.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Probably
dude.
can't throw them the football either.
He's like, I'm gonna make it back one day. If I just throw at my cows, I'll make it back.
Dude, imagine like
Hey,
him
he'll
about,
still be
like,
better than Carson Wentz.
I don't know about that, dude.
I don't know about all that.
I'll give Carson Wentz that. I'll give him that.
Shout out to Cody.
All right. So, I think that is all we have for the show today. Carrie is going to drink a big glass of water before he goes to 90 night time.
No, it's easily milk, silly. Come on.
Oh, forgot. Sorry. Carrie's going to have a big jug of milk before he goes to bed tonight. But is there anything you guys want to plug before we sign off?
As always, if you like my voice, you like the way it sounds, I host a show, Barely Hoops Podcast. If you like ball,
You like balls in your mouth.
if you like basketball, and March Madness is going to be nasty this year, so tap in.
Oh, Trevor, I had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you hosting a basketball podcast when we both know I could sauce you up on the court?
You asked this last week, Zach.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Do you have an answer, Trevor?
Yeah, the same reason you asked that question again, because you have amnesia. So you must not remember all the times I've given it to you on the court. So must have given you
Okay, let's be fair. You've never given it to me on the court. You've given it to me other places, but not on the court.
Okay, let's make sure he takes his medicine tomorrow morning.
You said the same joke last week.
Huh?
You said the same joke last week.
Zach, you got to start taking your medicine, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
Zach. Come on. You're going to be
forget
messing up Wilson and Lawrence soon, bud.
I don't know about that. Anyway, Carrie, is there anything you want to plug?
I will plug a lot of stuff. Beer League Baseball, follow us on Twitter for baseball content. Beer League Football, follow us on Twitter for football content. And our new Twitter, Beer League Sports, follow us for all your Beer League content, baseball, football, Twitter in one place. And Beer League Sports on Instagram, check us out as well. TikTok,
Zach, is there
maybe
anything
coming
you
soon?
want to say?
Maybe?
Yeah, how is the TikTok coming along, Trevor?
Oh,
It's coming.
Okay.
Don't
And there's a couple things I want to plug. So, Beerly Sports has
Wait,
gone.
there's one more thing I want to plug.
Okay.
My friend on TikTok, you guys should follow him at Sports Guy Zach.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a good TikTok. I'm gonna be honest. It's a great TikTok.
it's top 35.
Top 35. But Beerly Sports has gone global. We now have a website, beerlysports.com. Check it out. We're going to have articles. We have links to the podcast. We have links to the YouTube, to our Instagram, Twitter, all the Beerly Sports you could ever want at beerlysports.com. Check it out. We have some pretty nifty stuff in the works. So we'll see that coming soon. And the last thing I want to plug is myself. I'm pretty great.
Are you?
Yeah, Sports Guy Zach on TikTok. Just wanted to plug it again before we sign off. Pretty great TikTok, and I actually post. So, thank you everyone for watching. It was a great show, despite all the fumbling of words and the not being able to pronounce people's names and the really great takes by Carrie. It was a great
Trevor Wilson
podcast.
is top 5.
What?
Trevor Wilson is top 5. Come on.
Trevor Wilson.
We should name the episode that.
Trevor Wilson is top 5.
Trevor Wilson versus Zach Lawrence.
Trevor Wilson versus Zach. Bet I won't.
Name it that.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in or watching on YouTube. We really appreciate it, and we will see you guys next week.